Hi, welcome to Australian Gamers Friday Night Podcast. I'm Yug.
And I'm Matt.
Tonight we're talking about the new Grand Theft Auto 4 trailer.
The Singstar 90s track list.
Lara Croft opens Pink Beach.
Lara. Nicole Kidman, the face of the Nintendo DS.
And the PS3 outselling the Wii and the 360 in Australia.
Now that
whoa, stop. Lara.
Her name is Lara Croft, for the love of God.
It doesn't matter.
It always has been. See how there's no U?
Lara. It's Lara Croft. Did I say Lara or Laura?
See how there's no U in Lara Croft?
I actually can't remember what I said.
But I wish there was a me in Lara Croft. Oh, come on, I had to.
No, that's bad, man.
Yeah,
that's really bad. Anyway, what are we going to start with?
Well, we'll start with the Wii and the PS3 because I think that's interesting and a bit controversial and actually kind of relevant because we were talking about that last week.
Just last week we were talking about the Wii hitting its being all. Yeah, we've hit 100,000 consoles in Australia. This is not across the world. This is just in Australia. But yeah, 100,000 consoles, and then Michael Epson from Sony is hit back and saying, well, actually the PlayStation 3 is outselling the 360s and the Wii's at the moment.
Since its launch, it has sold 50,000, which is a respectable console for something that has...
Considering that would mean that, because the PlayStation 3 costs twice as much as the Wii...
It's more than that,
Substantially
more.
Yeah, people have spent the same amount on Wii's as they have on PlayStation 3.
And also in half the time.
In half the time.
Or is it half the time? Like how long?
No, the Wii came out in November. The PlayStation came out in March.
Which is approximately half the time.
No, you're right. You are right.
So that's kind of interesting. And they're basically saying, well, in this particular span of time, we've sold more. But
frankly, I'm looking forward to next podcast talking about how many Xbox 360s have been sold in that time, and I'm sure Microsoft will come back and say, yeah, well, we've sold more than both of you.
Yeah, and then Nintendo or Sony will say, yeah, and how many have gone back to the shop?
Yeah.
I've heard that apparently from someone at EB that their failure rate is 1 in 3.
Jesus.
Now we've had a 1 in 2 failure rate in our little group, but with a small group, it's less accurate. But yeah, apparently their total is 1 in 3.
I think so. You know what? I mean, someone soon is going to find out the real facts, or something is going to happen where it's like there's official statistics that have come back that this many Xbox consoles have failed.
Well, I don't think Microsoft will ever say that because it's like bad. But I think that there will come a point where they have to say, you know what, there is a problem, and we're going to fess up and we're going to fix it.
Do they, and will they? I mean...
I don't know.
Frankly,
I think they're getting so much bad PR about it.
It's not their problem, though. I mean, that was the whole point of buying the extended warranty when you got the 360.
No, it's actually not, because while a warranty covers certain things, is a lot, and this is not just in Australia. Every state in the United States has similar warranties that say... Yep. Even though you're not covered for certain things, the thing is still supposed to work.
Right.
So it's not really allowed to just fall over a month out of warranty. That's actually not legal.
It's not legal.
Well, I mean, at the very least, you do have legal recourse.
So we can take Microsoft to court.
Well, we wouldn't be the first. Yeah. Wasn't someone talking to us the other day about?
Yeah, about hitting up the ACCC. Yeah. ASIC, I think.
Yeah. So
I can't remember.
I mean, there
something
is
with A's and C's.
There's A's, there's C's. It could be a current affair, for all we know.
Yeah, could be. But yeah, look. Anyway, getting off that, back onto the PlayStation 3 selling 50,000. That's nice. That's good. That's
in their launch window, so I think that skews the numbers in their favour a little bit. I mean, if you were to only take the Wii launch, 3 months after the launch of the Wii, and you would say, oh, it's outselling the 360.
Yeah,
which it did.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
It's just skewed the numbers. Now, if we were to say this week or this month, that would be a different
to us,
figure.
It's probably more impressive because of the fact that the PlayStation 3 is the most expensive console out there. It is. I mean, this is the thing. We always thought that the price and the lack of actual games would be prohibitive, but it's not. It's doing well.
Well, yeah, it's interesting that because people have always had this impression, including us, that the PlayStation 3, no one has one, and the Wii is doing huge. But if those numbers are accurate and Sony isn't lying, which...
No, they wouldn't lie.
No.
Absolutely not.
Never done it before.
No, never.
Certainly if they're not
ever.
skewing the numbers. Because does that include sold or is that shipped?
I don't know.
I think they said sold. I think that was sold was the implication there, but
it would be
they
sold.
could be counting all the ones that are in boxes in EB, which
it's outselling the Wii and the Xbox 360, but they're sold. Yeah, sold. So
assuming those numbers are not fiction,
I will believe it. I'll go with it. And it's impressive. It's
just interesting that everyone has this impression that it's selling badly and that the Wii is doing huge, and they're actually relatively similar. But how are they this week or this month? I'd be interested to know. I think the PS3 is selling well.
Once again, things we should have found out before we started doing the podcast.
Once again, things we don't have.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, fair enough.
We can't just pull that out of our bottoms. We don't actually have a statistical generator in there. Although that's not the term. No. It's generally used. Anyway.
All right. Well, anyway, moving on. Let's go backwards, actually. Nicole Kidman, the face of Nintendo DS.
Yeah, specifically the face for the Brain Age campaign.
Yeah. And this is all across Europe. There's going to be ads running with Nicole Kidman actually telling people, hey, playing this game, it's good for you. It makes you smarter. And I don't know.
I don't know really why they need a hot woman for this. I don't know. I mean, when asked how she felt about the Nintendo DS, did she giggle and say,
yeah, but hold on. Nicole Kidman isn't exactly like
she's not a dick.
She's not your 21, 22-year-old teenage drinking Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, sort of Nicole Richie.
You don't need to keep listing people. We know what you're talking about.
She has credibility. She's classy and elegant, and she plays a Nintendo DS, or she's paid
got
to
nice
anyway.
Fun bags.
Does she?
I don't know. I just thought it went like a nice contrast with
and
the
she's Australian. I think that's nice.
And she's Australian, which is totally irrelevant.
Totally irrelevant, but still, for some reason, makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Okay.
Not in that way.
No.
None
taken.
Good. What? Yeah, but she's the face of Nintendo DS, so that's nice for Nintendo.
Honestly, we're just talking rubbish because there's nothing more on that. That's it.
I just want to say that though. I just think that's
it's
cool.
Worth mentioning.
It's worth mentioning, but there's not much to really talk about.
It's a bit odd though, don't you think? Like she's been the face for these like really elegant companies.
Chanel,
the
sort of thing.
Quite famous, big full-on movie Chanel.
Yeah, with Baz Luhrmann who did the ad for it and everything like that. I did just slow his last name.
I know. I was just thinking Luhrmann is apparently his name.
I could usually get away with that though. Leave me alone.
I know. Yeah, but
yeah. So we can't keep talking about this. There is nothing else to say. So,
but Nicole Kidman, if you are listening to this podcast, and I'm almost certain she is,
absolutely,
feel free to drop around. Right. My email address is on the site.
Yes.
Matt@australiangamer.com.
Right. We're moving on. 2
T's. She might have actually emailed me before and only put 1 T.
Oh, well.
That would explain why I didn't get her email.
My God, that explains it. It all makes sense now. And we're getting off the whole sexist thing. Let's go on to Lara Croft. Lara Croft opens Pink Beach.
Yeah, that's the actual name.
Once again, this is not really news or anything. I just really want to say...
There's some things we just want to say because we just want to talk about them.
Lara Croft opens Pink Beach, which is Italy's first women-only beach.
Yeah, now I'm thinking that judging by the photos of the particular shoot of her opening it, being hot and being surrounded by hot...
Yes. But it is actually a model that is dressed up as Lara Croft. Sorry, I struggle now.
Yeah, because you're double thinking.
I know, I have to think about it. It was a model that went to the beach, opened it up, and she's surrounded by bikini-clad. I didn't know Lara Croft was such a role model to women to actually open up a women-only beach.
She is a role model to boobs everywhere. That's pretty much what she does.
She wasn't in a bikini, though. She was not in any sort of beachwear whatsoever. So
no, I think she's dressed as Lara Croft. I mean, you can't go... If you're the model who's paid to be Lara Croft at events, you can't come dressed in a bikini.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm okay with just women in a bikini in general anywhere.
Yeah.
But... yeah, not appropriate if you're being Lara Croft. Because you got to look like Lara Croft.
Yeah, true.
I actually lose track of who Lara Croft is at any given moment. Because last I remember she was Rona Mitra, who I think was the best Lara Croft.
Was she? Was she Lara Croft? The chick from Boston Legal.
Is she in Boston
Legal? She is in Boston Legal.
Rona Mitra?
Yes.
She was one of the earliest Lara Crofts.
That's awesome.
And she was fired for some reason.
We're getting way off topic here.
We really are.
I want to get back onto Pink Beach.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Yes.
I know I do as well.
But once again...
That's the name of the beach. It's actually called Pink Beach, which I think is the best name for a thing of any kind. Other than...
Here's my question, though. It's a woman-only beach, right? How do they keep the men out of there? Or
because I'd be shaving my legs.
Yeah.
You know,
you'd be dressing up. You'd be... I'm just wondering, do they have security guards patrolling the beach? Like, is there like a perimeter where they have high security fences or something like that?
There would, I don't know, there'd probably be some really burly lesbian women as security. Because you couldn't have male security guards.
No, it's all women beach.
So you'd have big, thyroid.
I'm just curious, how would they keep the men out? I mean, I guess if a man wanders onto it,
the
women will be like,
it's a beach.
You're a man.
Wait, it's a beach.
Yes.
So, you have TVs around and you play beaches on the beach. And that will act as
it will drive the men away. Bette Midler
Italian women
crying.
Beaches,
absolutely.
It's like 50-50.
You're right. Or Flashdance, I think. Flashdance or
no,
beaches.
I actually...
Yeah.
Don't
finish
like Flashdance at all.
No, finish that.
No, I actually quite like Flashdance.
You like me to dump a thing of water over you right now? And
I do. I'm actually like in that sort of...
Pose.
That pose. Water's about to fall on me.
No,
wrong.
No,
I actually don't mind that movie. It's no beaches, let's be honest.
No, okay, that's true.
The English Patient.
We've picked a whole bunch of topics where we can't really... there's nothing further than the actual topic, the name of the topic.
Yeah.
So let's move on to actually...
something with depth.
Through these quite quickly, actually. So, not that much depth.
No, but at least...
Singstar 90s.
Singstar 90s.
Which we want to talk a little bit about because...
Can I ask a really dumb question?
Oh, yes, you can.
This from you.
Yeah, I know.
Is Singstar 80s actually out? Has it been out for ages? Because I'm really out of the Singstar loop. I haven't done Singstar for a long time.
Yes, it is out. It has been out for ages.
Have you got it?
I've got 2 copies of it because one of them failed.
Oh, that's that one.
It's the one with Tainted Love and...
Oh, yeah. Tainted Love. Yep, I know that one.
But anyway, there's
I thought that was Anthems that had Tainted Love.
No.
I was wrong.
You were wrong.
Okay.
Yes. For the record, fantastic. I love it when that happens. Singstar 90s. We're just going to quickly go through the song list because...
Are we actually going to go through the song list or are we going to pick out ones that seem interesting? I vote for that.
They're all interesting. Seriously. Aqua, Barbie Girl.
You forgot All Saints, and I don't think there's ever an excuse to include All Saints on anything ever unless it's a porno.
True. B-52's Love Shack. Yes, thank you very much. That's fantastic.
Bare Naked Ladies 1 Week.
Love
it. Will be hard to sing.
It. No way. I know all the words to that song.
Really?
Yes, I do. I could sing it right now.
The Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. All that. No, don't. Please, don't go that way. And, yeah.
Billy Ray Cyrus, Achy Breaky. Seriously, all of these are fantastic.
They are classics, and I
Crash Test Dummies.
Didn't know a lot of the 80s stuff.
Crash Test Dummies, love it, fantastic.
The Vinyls.
I Touch Myself.
Yeah.
EMF, unbelievable.
Even if you don't like it, it's
unbelievable.
True. Yeah, that's
fantastic. Yep, I'm liking these. Gin Blossoms, Hey Jealousy.
Hey Jealousy. Hey Jealousy.
I don't know it.
We could drive around this town.
I don't know it.
Let the cops chase us around.
Okay, listen, just because we're holding Singstar mics.
We are holding Singstar mics. It's appropriate.
All right, Lisa Loeb, Stay.
I love that one.
Stay.
I won't sing it because it actually doesn't suit my range. But
MC Hammer, You Can't Touch This. Thank you very much. That's fantastic.
Can I just say there's no need to even put the letter U in front of that.
Can't touch this.
He doesn't say, you can't touch this. He says, can't touch
If you slow it down really, really slow, go...
There's like a micro U. A milli U in the front.
Yeah, that's right. Meredith Brooks, Bitch.
That's a word.
Yep, fair enough. M People Moving On Up. Yeah, right. Nanny and Brulia, Torn.
That'd be fun to sing.
Yes.
It would be fun to sing.
Have you seen the
yes,
Torn
I
for
have.
the Deaf?
Yeah, Torn for the Deaf.
We'll put that in the post, actually. That's a fantastic little video. New Kids on the Block, Step by Step.
No excuse.
Yep, okay. Nick Cave and Kylie Minogue, Where the Wild Roses Grow. Fantastic. Love
That's actually really fun to play on the guitar.
Really?
Yeah.
Matt can play the guitar, by the way.
I'm crap, but
he's crap, but he can play it. He can play it better than I can.
No, that's
and
true.
I learned the guitar for 2 years.
I've been playing for about 12 years, and I should actually be good. No, longer than that.
Actually, good. Yeah, good point. You've got no
excuse. I should
excuse.
actually have talent or skill or
but nothing.
Even practice.
But nothing.
No.
No.
Whatever.
Right. No. You can play Guitar Hero.
Not all that well.
What a waste of time.
I know. Can't do anything.
Okay, just quickly. Poison, Unskinny Bop, Radiohead, Creep, Rem, Everybody Hurts. Yes.
I hope in Creep you have to do the really high bits.
Yeah, of course you do.
Because that will be hilarious. Like Aha, Take On Me, when everyone tries to do that really high bit. That's hilarious.
All right.
Funny every time.
We're sounding less and less like gamers as we go through this.
I know.
You realise that?
I know. We don't.
Roachford, I don't want to be with you. That's good. Savage Garden, I want you.
No excuse for Savage Garden to even exist.
No, stop. Savage Garden would have been good, but not
Savage
I want
Garden
you.
are called Savage Garden, and they're the least savage band ever made.
I saw them live in concert.
Oh my god.
I did. At their affirmation tour at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. And not only that, wait for
it's
this.
alive coming out.
Wait for this. I was in the very front row, and if you look, you don't even need to look closely on the affirmation tour video, as it scrolls past the crowd on the front. Girl, yug.
So it just goes,
go.
See what I'm doing there? Is I'm implying that you're a girl?
Yeah.
Actually, it was more of a just
so
right.
smart.
I know, it's clever, isn't it? It's witty.
Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back.
Got to be done.
Really, seriously, if they're going to do a Sir Mix-a-Lot.
What?
Not a Baby Got Back.
Everyone knows Baby Got Back.
Spice Girls Wannabe. Spin Doctors, Two Princes. Did Spin Doctors do Kryptonite?
No. That's I can't remember who, but Spin Doctors.
Right.
Two Princes is a really old song.
It's
Two Princes. Is the song that's in So I Married an Ex-Murderer.
Oh, yep. Okay, good. Love it. Yep. Pump Up the Jam. Yep. The Cardigans, Loveful. Cranberry Zombie. Fantastic.
Cool.
The Cure, Friday I'm in Love. Wet Love is on.
That's a really crappy song.
Yeah,
I hate that song.
Okay, we just went through that list. Fantastic, and that's all the songs.
That is it. Now the funny thing,
Singstar 90s.
The funny thing about this particular announcement is it actually also is announcing that the game is even coming out, which everyone knew, but it was never officially announced.
Right. Okay.
So it's like, I don't think they even bothered with an announcement because everyone knew.
Oh, they probably did, but we just skipped it.
No. That was one of that was what the link actually said.
Are you sure?
I'm never sure.
Because I gotta be honest, I see Singstar announcements all the time.
And it's hard to keep track of what they actually are.
And I'll be completely honest, I get confused between
Singstar and Guitar Hero?
Yes.
It's funny that you mention that because, for one, that is so dumb. You are such an idiot.
Yeah.
And, yeah, me too. Really. Because it's like,
don't get me wrong,
track list. And you go,
it's like, hey, new song. Wow, I'm looking forward to singing/playing that song. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with it, but I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to doing
some sort of interaction with that song.
There will be that song will be done in some manner on a PlayStation 2.
Yeah, exactly. So that's good.
Sound like Eddie Izzard. So that's good.
So that's fun.
That's
yes.
Fun. You've lost it.
Okay, right.
And the last thing, but probably the most important.
It is, and the thing that will probably take up the next 10 minutes to talk about is the new Grand Theft Auto 4 trailer.
Yeah.
Well, not quite as much fanfare leading up to this second trailer as there was the first.
Which is surprising because there's a substantial amount more in it.
Yeah, but
game.
Considering no one had seen any of the game before the first trailer, that was understandable.
I kind of know what you mean. I think you're dumb, but I know what you mean.
Okay, well, let's get this straight out of the way. You are going to share that with me, right? It's the last bourbon.
It's my last bourbon. Yeah. Of the 6-pack that I bought and got one.
You brought them over for the podcast.
I bought them over for the podcast.
Yes.
And you have had how many?
4.
Pre-podcast? That was your problem. You should have saved one. I feel like that... Was it the ant that works really hard and the grasshopper's just jumping around?
I have no idea what you're talking about. What?
Never mind.
No.
It's a parable or a fable or a...
Look, seriously, you're talking crazy. I think you should stop drinking.
Get away from my bourbon. Alright, Grand Theft Auto 4 trailer. What do we think?
I just wanted to say straight away, I think... I mean, to be honest, personally, I didn't think there was... The first trailer was like, oh yeah,
so
shut
good.
up. Stop it. Stop it. Did you even drink that?
No,
you sip that like tea. Do you want to put your little pinky out while you're doing it?
I had a big swig and there was a little bit left in the thing.
A big swig? You sipped it like a lady.
This is so good, it has to be sipped. It's like a fine wine or, like a good cognac. No.
It's a Jim Beam, for God's sake.
Alright, and yeah, Grand Theft Auto also was released.
Any skepticism that I had personally, I am well impressed. I am wet for this game. I am really looking forward to it, and I am going to fight tooth and nail over anyone else on the Australian Gamer team to review it.
Which is probably easy because they're sent to you.
Yeah,
so you just
I know. All the games are actually from the publishers are sent to me, and then myself and Matt will mail them out to any of the reviewers and things like that. So
or not, if we choose not to,
or not. So sorry, guys.
Yeah, you dipped out.
Yeah. Look, I think the trailer looks awesome, and this is coming from someone who bought Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox.
Yeah.
I also bought Vice City and Grand Theft Auto 3 on the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox.
Didn't we buy that?
You may have bought it.
No,
whatever.
I actually vaguely recall that was one of those brilliant things where we decided to buy Xbox games instead of paying the rent.
No. It was you were supposed to pay the rent.
Yeah.
But it was the Grand Theft Auto 3 Vice City double pack had come out on the Xbox, and you were like, right. Man, I'm a bit short at the moment. Hey, and I'm like, I'll tell you what, if you buy the game, we'll call it even this week. And you're like, done.
Brilliant. That sort of thing never bit us in the ass. That always worked out really well.
Absolutely. So I'm a big fan of the games, but San Andreas, I don't think I ever at any point played more than a couple of hours into it.
Yeah, I played a little bit into it, and I had some fun, but it just didn't grab me.
Interestingly enough, you actually played through just recently Vice City Stories on the PlayStation 2.
I did indeed, yes.
So you'd actually have a lot more association with where the series is at. Actually, that's the last Grand Theft Auto game that's been released recently.
I mean, really, there's no series. It kind of jumps around because Grand Theft Auto 3 was, set in one era. It was in the 90s.
Yeah,
and then.
But I'm more mean the natural progression of the game of the series sort of thing.
There is no natural progression of the game. It's the same engine every time, different people in different places. There is no progression.
Compare Grand Theft Auto 3 to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. There is a huge difference. You like my Dr. Cox sort of thing?
I was a little bit cocky.
There is a huge difference.
Not the first time there's been some Cox there. I didn't really...
you didn't think that one out.
It had potential.
It had potential.
But there was nowhere to go
Like I said, you should stop drinking, man. Seriously, it's not doing you any favours tonight.
No, it's not. Where were we going with that? Oh, I was actually going to be a little more well-informed and intelligent than Yog, which I think will work out. Which will work out. I thought it looked like it will be a good game. I didn't think it looked as good graphically as I would have hoped for something that's on such a new generation.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you from Syria?
You do realise that seriousness doesn't come from Syria.
Yes, it does.
You're someone who thinks Porsches are made in Portugal, aren't you?
No. But port, the drink, comes from Portugal.
From Portugal, yeah.
Absolutely.
That totally makes sense.
Definitely. Anyway, so you weren't impressed? You don't...
I think it looks like a much-needed update graphically of the existing game, which is a bit stale.
Yes.
But I was kind of expecting fanciness than the fanciness that we've seen. Now, there were some nice shiny effects and stuff, but the overall polygon counts and the detail in the actual areas was not. I didn't think. Amazing.
I'm sorry. I'm pretty much the opposite. I think that the detail was amazing. You look at all those different areas. The amount of detail, the amount of stuff. Even like there was one bit, I think he's in some room talking, and there's like tools and stuff hanging on the shelf behind him. And just
You're
all.
What?
Who's supposed to be the sophisticated, intelligent one? Stop drinking. Seriously.
That was witty.
No, it was stupid.
No, it was impeccably timed.
That was stupid. You're being stupid.
Interesting.
Yes. But I thought there was. The thing is, recently on any of the next gen, gen games, or however you say them these days, Saints Row is the closest that we've gotten to a Grand Theft Auto for the current gen,
and it looks better than Saints Row. But does it look better than God of War?
I would never expect it to.
But I did.
Oh, hold on,
I expected it to look... sorry, not God of War, Gears of War. I would have expected it to have been on the same level of graphical detail as something like Gears of War, and it's not.
Jeez, no way.
Why not?
Because it's huge.
And Gears of War is not? The levels in Gears of War are pretty big.
The levels in Gears of War are linear, and they are straightforward. They are go from this area to this area. Grand Theft Auto 4, you look at the
yeah,
trailer.
Yeah, free roaming, whatever.
No, not just free roaming. You look at that trailer, it's the skyscraper, or the distance is just massive. I mean, it's...
I can't tell if it's what I've had to drink that's making me so sleepy, or whether it's just your blither. It's one of the two. How about I keep drinking?
No, here,
and you keep talking.
Here, look, give me the sophisticated, intelligent, well-researched, in-depth opinion into the trailer. Tell me, Matt 1.
That's about all I got.
You're not excited. You're not really keen to play at all.
What?
And you know what? And this is going to sound probably bad or whatever.
Okay.
I am glad I'm not playing. I will not be playing as a ghetto gangster. You know, like the whole...
What, you associate better with the Russian mafia?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, San Andreas, it lost me a little bit because it was all the homeboy...
Yeah,
whatever
you know, he speaks
thing.
with a strong accent in this one, but at least you can understand what he's saying. And I'm nowhere near hip enough to actually understand.
I really missed the whole Italian sort of the mafia.
The mafia feel.
I liked that, you know, and I'm looking forward to that. And it looks very much to get back to that sort of feel.
I will say that graphically, it's not everything I would have hoped for, but graphically, GTA 3, even when it was first out.
Yeah.
But my turn.
Don't point that finger at me.
Grown-ups are talking now. Anyway,
whatever.
Graphically, GTA 3 was never particularly impressive either. Even when it first came out, it was good, but it wasn't, amazing.
What was more groundbreaking about Grand Theft Auto 3
was the level of immersion and gameplay that was possible.
And the detail and the size and scope and everything
and
like that.
That's what they look like they've done really well here. That's the bit that impresses me. Graphically,
Agreed.
I would have hoped for more, but it really does look like they've got that level of immersion and that level of...
And I think that a lot of that comes down to detail, though, is what I was saying. Like, I don't think there's going to be any huge rolling expansive hills and stuff like that like there was in San Andreas. You know what I mean? Like, country areas where, hey, look, the level is this huge. Yeah, why? Because, like, 2/3 of it are just grass.
Yeah.
So...
but at the same time, if you pause the trailer while it's running, the dude... Look at his hands on the steering wheel. It looks like he's wearing boxing gloves. Like the fingers.
In this one, or
yeah, in the new one. Yeah.
Really?
Well, I thought because I was watching it earlier, and I paused it because it hadn't loaded properly. And where I paused it, I was looking at it and I'm thinking the polygon count on the actual character is way lower than I would have expected.
I guess this is the thing though, and I think. I personally am a lot more forgiving of things like that with Grand Theft Auto because, I mean, we're all so familiar with what Grand Theft Auto is it is, and we sort of realise, you know, that might not be impressive.
The compromises are made graphically in order to give it a larger scope. I get that.
But I think it's more, we all realise that as well. We all know that.
I realise that, but
it's more about we watch the trailer and we realise the potential of what the game has to offer us.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was just because, you know, next generation, it's all so awesome and everything is so powerful. I mean, we all know that the PlayStation 3 can calculate the number of atoms in the universe.
Really?
Within, like, a second. And then multiply it by
no wonder there's 50,000 of them
number.
they've sold. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, I mean...
They've all been sold to science.
They're just insanely powerful and they can throw
all the government agencies actually bought them up, so that's why they've been
My point is that we were kind of told that the PlayStation 3 would do squillions and trillions of...
Yeah, slow down. We're also told that Grand Theft Auto 4 is coming out on the 360 and the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, which also should be doing at least a semi-squillion. A dwillion. At the very least, I would expect a dwillion.
Look, I'm impressed, and I am looking forward to this game.
I'm not saying I'm not impressed, and I'm not saying I'm not looking forward to it. I just would have hoped for more from the current generation of consoles. I would have hoped for more.
Fair enough. Put it this way, between Grand Theft Auto 4 and probably Halo 3, and actually Bioshock, damn it.
Bioshock.
I need to get my 360 fixed before those three games get released.
Yeah, you really do.
Otherwise, I'll be in trouble.
Yeah, are you going to hog them all?
No,
are you going to hog all three of those games? Because that would be hilarious.
I'm not. I'll have to. I think.
We need more new reviews.
Actually, Brett put first dibs on Bioshock, which is a scary thought.
Yeah, but he's trying to get himself put into the game as a rotoscoped skateboarder.
I'm sorry, say again.
He was trying to convince SNES that that the game won't sell unless he's actually motion captured and put in as a playable skateboarding character.
Please, God, I hope anyone that listens to this podcast and doesn't regularly actually read the site, I know there are quite a few people that do that, read the front page at the moment and just go back through the last couple of updates and things like that and look at every post that Brett has made.
I'm really glad that he's decided that the best way to communicate with Australian gamer readers is to attempt to single-handedly alienate all of the publishers single-handedly by mocking them directly on their press releases. I'm really glad he's chosen that approach.
Because I thought all the teams should be aware of what press, we should all get them. I was only getting them beforehand. I thought everyone should get them so everyone has a chance to report on them. And Brett's, gone.
He's like doing races between the press releases. He's actually comparing the number of press releases he gets from each company and
you're just not going to get that on other websites.
You're really not.
And frankly, the other thing is that unless the game is a Sega Rally game or a 2D shooter,
he actually will list a game's attributes by whether or not it's got rally racing
or
and is made by Sega, or it's a 2D shooter, and those are the only games that get approved.
Yes, that's right. So I think that's hilarious. So I'm a little bit scared about him doing BioShock, and
I'm a little scared anytime he does anything, really.
But and Halo 3, realistically, as much as I would, and I'm going to play it regardless. But that one's probably going to fall, I'd imagine, to either either AJ or Oracle or maybe Samo,
or maybe a new person,
or maybe
maybe
one of the new. We have gotten heaps of applications.
Yeah, some really good ones
and really good ones. The last couple of times the last time that we did this, we actually. No, there were good ones in that as well.
Yeah, there were good ones and there were bad ones.
But I've been really, really happy with some of the ones that we've gotten.
I would also, to anyone who does still want to apply, I will give you the piece of free advice. If you send us an application that uses the letter U in place of the word U, you will not get another look in.
Absolutely. And also just understand, we are getting some really good applications with people being... If you can't take the time to do a decent application, then we're probably not going to...
Well, I mean, we're going to read it, but then we're going to throw it in our bin.
It's an email.
We'll print it out.
Right.
Crinkle it up and throw it in the bin.
All right. But yeah. So anyway, look, keep sending them in because, frankly, we're not going to pick any new team members.
We're taking our time.
We're
doing it right. We're taking our time.
For a couple more weeks, actually, until we've got some things coming up. So.
That's so exciting.
It's exciting.
I think we're done here.
All right, we're done. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. We will talk to you next week. I don't know.
It's the radio, isn't it?
Yes, this is the radio. It's a podcast.
Yeah, but no one's tuned their MP3 player.
Hush.
They download it. Thank you for downloading in.
Hush. Stop talking.
I have to go now.
All right, see yous.
Bye-bye.